How we doing, gentlemen? We good?
Yeah, man.
It's live.
Blessed.
We haven't done the intro. What's the intro at?
What do you mean?
We're live.
Okay, cool. All right. We are good. We are good. We are good. How is everyone though? How we been? Have we had a good week? How's your week been?
Tiring and really cold,
Busy.
but
Cold.
yeah.
You in New York.
What do you say?
Outside cold.
Yeah,
I
Oh,
said, how's
I,
my
we worked out.
week been?
Yeah,
huh?
tired.
Week.
Yeah, it's been cold. I've been at work. It's been cold.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, sorry. Okay, cool. All good, all good. All right, are we ready to roll, lads?
Yep.
Come on. All right. That's it.
Amen. Your father stood before a wise man. For know it all like yourself. You should have known better. Should have covered our tracks. Amen. Your father stood before a wise man. Go ahead and try me. Go ahead and try me. Go ahead and try me. Go ahead and try me.
Good boy, double bass, guitar.
Amen. Amen.
Boom
You.
shakalaka, shakalaka.
We're happening.
Yes. Good evening. Good evening, all. Good
Evening.
morning to those locked in the other side of the world. Really appreciate you. Thank you. Um, welcome to Don't Trip. I am Gramsci Saver. Oh, sorry. I was just spitting some random thing. I'm the host JR. Welcome to Don't Trip. If you've watched us before, you'll know that everything we do is amazing. Everything we do touches the gold. If you haven't watched us before, then you know that everything we do is amazing. Everything we do touches the gold. And what we sorry, I'm being silly. Sorry, I'm just in a weird mood. My apologies.
I thought
Yeah,
we was glitching.
don't trip. It's a podcast for a grown people, grown opinions, and sometimes we sound like we're arguing. We're just debating really loudly and ferociously. Okay. And I'm JR. I'm passing the mic on to Man Like Trim.
Blessings, everyone. Hope everyone's good. Yeah, man. Looking forward to this show, and I'm watching the football at the same time. It's a bit nerve wracking, but you know how it go, man. You gotta be in it to win it, man.
Don't,
100%.
don't be
Well, I
scared.
suppose the two teams that are in the Champions League, we're here representing, isn't it?
And that is
Big
red.
time, big time, big time.
Yeah, not real talk. Like, we're here representing, you get me? We don't have any members from Man City, which would have been fantastic for this show, to
Would
be
have been
honest with you.
amazing right now.
Do you get what I mean?
Yeah,
Cool.
I know. So yeah,
And
passing you on to Renz, man. Like Renz, what
yes,
you saying, my
evening,
bro?
evening, 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 evening. I'm just gonna continue with it. Like, there ain't, there ain't. Who else is in the Champions League? No, Villa are playing tonight, innit?
Yep. Yeah.
Villa, so ain't got no Villa man them.
No.
But yeah, so there's no
No.
Chelsea man in here today. You get what
No.
I'm saying? They're not in the
Nice,
Champions League.
Baron.
So is there podcast tomorrow?
Yeah, why are we bringing Chelsea into this? They're in the
Chelsea
Conference League,
and
bro.
Man United.
Yeah,
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Europa, them secondary
yeah.
European cups. Is that pod tomorrow? We need to
No, we're
ask
not doing that.
Yeah, they
Tiny
could
and
No,
be one in it,
Cairo.
and then I just do the
Cairo.
no.
buttons. That would be
Maybe
Yeah.
they're
cool.
doing the, maybe they're doing their own thing. Maybe they're gonna set up their own thing.
Woo! Undercover.
Maybe they're gonna make the next one. It'll be called Won't Trip or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, and then I don't know. Like, we don't know what's going on, bro.
But I'm
But
just saying, shout out to the Man United fans. Shout out to Tiny. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
Tiny G.
Shout out to Kerry, Chelsea. Shout out to Cairo, Chelsea. You get what I'm
Broski. Yeah,
saying?
yeah. Shout out to
Big
K
up to
as
the man
well.
them.
K, it was his birthday as well. Yeah, well, he's Man United as well, so shout him out as
One
well. Big
nil.
up.
Oh
What?
shit!
What?
1-0 Liverpool.
You lie.
McAllister. I'm not lying.
wow. Okay. Look at you shocked. Look
This
at him looking
team
at
are
home.
on fire. This team are. I can't even. I'm
Well,
gutted to
well,
say it.
all right. That's
I'm
enough.
gutted to say
That's
it.
enough. Let's get on with the show. Let's get on the show.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me put on my spectacles. Real.
You're gonna have
Yeah.
to, bro.
Wait. Oh,
Alexis McAllister.
Mac of the G. Watch.
Man.
Barty Crease. Yeah, oh, well done.
Oh, that was a really good.
Go on, and you
That
got
was
a
a really
yellow
good
card as
goal.
well. Proud of you, son. Well done.
Yeah.
All
That
right.
defending was poor. Good goal.
The finish was yummy. Like it was just placed. Like yeah, okay, I might put it over there. All right, nice one. We needed that. Mbappe's looking vexed. I think, yeah, the man ain't happy.
I'm not sure if I said it on the pod, but I just don't believe in Real Madrid with Mbappe. I just don't believe in them.
Yeah.
I
Same,
didn't
innit?
believe in them from when it was before it was going to happen. It was just a bad move. Like
But
in basketball, they say Kevin Durant wouldn't have got his rings if he didn't go Golden State. He should have built his
yeah,
own team. I think it's a similar situation, but I just don't think he's going to have that success.
okay.
Yeah. I know
All right,
he's
let's keep
playing.
it moving.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. So let's get the show on the road. So let's start with the first subject then. So last week's catch up. So to take you through last week's scores, which will feed right into numerous topics that we're going to talk about today. So Saturday we saw Chelsea win 2-1. And we saw Brighton win 2-1 and continuing in good form. We saw the mighty Gooners win 3-0 at home. Then we saw Aston Villa, aka Emery is better than Arteta, draw 2-2, not having great form at the moment. We saw Fulham lose at home 4-1, which was a real surprise. But some really good goals. Acuna really shined for them. Everton with another exciting game of 0-0. And on the Saturday, the final game of the day was Man City versus Tottenham. And Tottenham didn't do a Spursy. They won 4-0. We'll come back to that. And then Southampton versus Liverpool, which was a very spicy game. Harder than we thought it would be. Pause. And then we finished with Man United versus Ipswich, which in Anarim's first game.
Anarim.
Anarim in his first game was 1-1. Started off really brightly, and then they were snatched. They had the win snatched for them. And then, on the Monday, we had West Ham versus Newcastle, which surprisingly lost 2-0 at home. So that's the roundup for the results. Now, I think that feeds into our next few subjects.
You.
Oh, Man United.
United. Where's
New
Tiny?
management. All right. So the thing is Anarim, the way they started the game, everyone was thinking, this is a new era. Oh my days, this is gonna be amazing. Like everything is amazing. Like I can't wait for this. Like and then reality hit. And they forgot they still have the same players. They might have a new manager, but they still got the same players. And they drew Ipswich, who are the newly promoted team, if you're unaware. And they are currently 18th in the league. And yeah, they drew to Ipswich. But anyway, I digress.
Yeah.
How much time do we feel we need to give the new Man United manager before making a judgment?
I think you have to look at a couple of different things, because if we look at what happened with 10 bought himself time because he won cups. So that's one variable. I think as a new manager as well, coming in to this team, isn't it fair to say that he should get time enough to actually see how he works with this particular roster, but then also looking at implementing if he does well enough, then being able to implement his own team and then seeing how that transpires. Because if you look at Sir Alex, his first season was very, very poor. But then look at what he went on to do thereafter. He was legendary. So there are a couple of things and reasons why there should be a fair amount of time. I think without his team, I'd say season and a bit, something like that. Looking at that, obviously, there's nothing he can do until they make the decision to let him go, which I hope he stays, because I think at Man United, I do like Man United as a team, even though we're meant to be rivals to me, but I just like good football, innit? So I'd love to see good football come back to Man United, but that doesn't mean that they have to be better than Liverpool. So yeah.
So before we go on to Rennes, you said you think he should get a season and a bit.
Yeah, I think that this should be his practice, his warm up.
So any caveat to that? Like say he finishes outside of Champions League, doesn't win anything, he should still get a season and a bit.
100%. There's no doubt about it. This is time to understand and evaluate Man United, and I think if they got the top four, it's a bonus. And simple as that. I think next season will be the season to see what this manager is about. Me personally, I think they've gone through so many ups and downs. And yeah, I'm not saying write it off and do what you want, but as you said, it's the same players. So this season would be to see if he could make those players better. If not, you can evaluate the situation, see who needs to be on the chopping block, remove, and.
So I'm going to play devil's advocate. I'm going to play devil's advocate then. All right. So if he gets the same results as Ten Hag, should he stay?
No. Well, what do you mean?
If he gets them in the same fashion as Ten Hag, that is a bit.
No, that can't run.
Yeah,
but
I don't think.
But listen to this though. We talk about what Ren's made. Ren's made a good point regarding improving the players. If for any reason, Lord have mercy, if he wins 2 cups and the players are playing better football, I don't see any reason why. No way, penalty. Is it a pen?
Yes, a pen.
Did they just get a pen?
Yep.
Unbelievable. Anyway, but it's questionable to see that Van Nistelrooy came in, even though it wasn't many games, they started to play different. So I think that now that they've actually got their the manager that Man United want in at the moment, I think that they'll raise the bar, and there's a possibility that they can do better. But I never had any confidence in what's his name in the first place. Oh my God, I just saw it. Sorry.
So and again, I'm playing devil's advocate because I'm going to come back to the point. But so if he gets the players playing better and gets the same results as Ten Hag, he should keep his job.
I disagree. I said if he gets the same results as Ten Hag in the same fashion, then there's no way. It's not. But I still, regardless, I still feel that he should have that this season and a full season next season. Oh my gosh, I knew it. I told you. Mbappe missed penalty.
No way.
The keeper saved it.
Yeah, but he saved the one. Yeah, but he saved the other penalty this on the weekend. Please do not think that my man's not a bad man. You see Queef,
Blood,
yeah?
he's just waiting for his chance, blood. Blood. Mbappe
Oh, can you
saying,
see my man's face? See, look at what
that penalty
Ancelotti
was
looks like
terrible,
like
blood.
a underboss.
I'm telling
Oh,
you, Mbappe just stole his whole Real Madrid fortune in the spotlight. He just stole it. He just stole it.
yeah.
And this player's, man, want to tell me this
Ah,
player, I'm not going to say he's not
same.
world class, but I've been telling man, blood, like, this Real Madrid thing's dead. He's playing on the left. Vinny's not playing. It's time to shine. You get me? Where is he? Do you get what I'm
Robbo's
saying? Man,
thinking.
want to tell me
Robbo
about,
look.
okay, he done all of this.
Yes.
He done it
Man
with to
said
the
yes
French team.
VAR. You know, you see Tiny's bad mind skin. Man said yes VAR. Like VAR is this is nah, man. I don't like this guy, bro. I don't like this guy,
That,
bro.
man. It's
Where
save
do you
penalty
know
or
anybody
black.
else that supports Man United we could get in for the pod?
But there's
Right.
plenty
Bizzle.
of Man United. That won't be difficult to find. But
Yeah, go on.
back to the point. So if so, we're saying that if he were to get the same result, right?
Yeah.
But play terrible, he needs to go. If he was to play really well and not win anything, should he stay?
Yeah.
I said if it's the
If there's an
same losses,
improvement.
that many losses, which I think should be almost impossible,
Yeah,
then
because Taylor was breaking all types of
otherwise
records.
he's not levels. Because how could he be at that other team, badding it up, come here and just pop? You get me? Yeah. Phew. You get me? So nah. I never. You get me?
Nah,
Nah.
do you know what? I think that he has got something. His management skills are definitely undeniable because what he done at Sporting. But I just think that these Man United players need to adapt to his system, and
So
then
again,
we'll see.
the reason why I brought this up is for two reasons. One,
Yeah.
I believe that every manager is measured on two things, right? Results, which is a very obvious thing, and commercial viability, right? And that might mean the brand that you're creating the football club to be, or the ability to make players' value go up so you can sell them, right?
Yeah.
And what I mean by that is like, if you got a good sexy style of football, it doesn't necessarily mean you need to be in Champions League, but
Yeah.
you're promoting your club and making them more attractive and being able to attract better players, and the turnover you can sell players and make money. That's one thing, right? But results are ultimately what you want because of bragging rights, because of fans, etc. Now, Ten Hag,
Points.
right? Ten Hag got that.
Yeah.
Now, the only thing it was ugly. Like it didn't look like there was a direction, but he got results. Like he won cups season after season. And this is where, like, funny enough, we've had debates in different groups and with other people about what position would you rather be, Arsenal or Man U? Would you prefer to have a manager that hasn't won anything but plays sexy football and challenges, or would you prefer to be a manager that wins stuff?
I'd have to go with the cups. Sorry.
Again,
Do you know what? I look on it slightly different than how it's maybe just directly being presented.
Yeah.
And I have to look where Arsenal were, and I suppose that's where Man United are now.
Yeah.
And we have improved. We have improved dramatically. Do you get what I'm trying to say? And we're a part of being
Best football in the Prem. Arsenal have played after what I watched on the weekend. I think Arsenal played the best football in the Prem.
Yeah, do you know? I don't really care about that. Not that I'm disrespecting your opinion. Not that I'm disrespecting your opinion, but I don't care about the title of best football in the Prem. Like, I would like to win it. But anyway, back to the point.
That's the point.
Yeah, like the improvement is been there. All right, now we have to like take that next step and actually win something. Like,
Yeah.
more than a cup, in my opinion. Like, if we won the FA Cup, nice. But I would really, me personally, like to win either the Champions League or the Premier League. The way Liverpool's going on right now in both competitions, it's not looking likely. But
Yeah,
But
I mean,
like, I wouldn't be happy with a League Cup trophy, the FA Cup trophy. I aspire for more. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Arteta's
Yeah,
got
but you
that.
got to start
He's,
somewhere, no? Like, I
yeah,
get
we've
it.
got
I
the
get
FA
what you're
Cup already.
saying,
He's
but
won an FA
and
Cup.
whatever. But right now, you've got good football. That's a
Yeah,
good.
we've got
That's a
good.
good. That's a
No, don't get it twisted. I'm not disappointed. I'm happy. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
yeah,
We were what Ten Hag was. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like,
yeah,
we were there. So I don't want to be back there.
yeah.
Don't get it twisted. I like the position and I like to progress.
It,
So my
yeah,
thing on Anarim, or my Man United's manager, is
yeah,
from once he's showing progression and they're
yeah,
making progression as a team, I think
yeah.
that's the most important thing. If you're going to stay 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th and win a League Cup or a FA Cup, if you like, I think that West Ham would be happy with that.
mm.
Do you
So
get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Like, it also goes into the debate. I'm not trying to hog, sorry, but would you
Nah.
prefer a League Cup or Champions League?
well,
Football.
Would
Yeah, yeah. Of course, Champions League because you're playing against the best.
no, right. So this is what I'm saying. So we're them to say we could have them trophies. We're not playing against the best. You're not
I'm
really evaluating your
Yeah,
team
but
as
okay, but
the
hear me
elite.
out. But hear me out. Okay, what's the point of playing against the best if you're not there yet? So building, playing the good football, and then eventually building. What's he seeing? It looks like no. Oh,
You got
okay.
to be in it to win it. You got to be in
yeah,
it to win it.
I think
I watched Greece
Yeah, but
win the
you guys did
Euros.
that. You were
I watched Greece
eighth,
win the Euros.
and then all of a sudden there was a huge there was a huge advance. You get me? So from moving eight, you didn't go. You know what I mean? So from going to eighth to second, that's good. So
I'm
well,
agreement.
I think that ultimately, I think there's valid points for both. So like I
yeah,
think
we might have to
to
revisit.
get yeah to get the best players, you need to be
Yeah,
in the best competitions, right? Um,
not
also,
true. Not true. That's
but
not true.
no, it like realistically, like the reason why certain players will go is that you're at the best team, or
Okay,
you're in Champions League.
but Brighton got some
If
really
you
good
want,
players.
I know,
but
Indy! 4 o'clock! Woo! Sorry, we shouldn't do this playing a game, watching the game. I'm telling you, I can't
well,
do this. The
I don't know what
concentration
just
is crazy.
happened.
Mo Salah, he's a bad man. He done that left back. He like he's playing basketball. You know when they say he broke his ankles? He broke his
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
ankles, mate. Remember Kevin Boateng? Was it
yeah,
not
yeah, yeah.
Kevin?
Bad man.
Jerome Boateng.
Jerome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he knocked his knee. Yeah, man. See, he done too much. Penalty Liverpool.
Ah! Wait. I think it's coming now. Pause. Ouch. Penalty? No. Was that a pen? Yes.
It's a pen, bro.
Yeah, but I'm about a minute away from you, bro. Maybe two.
Not from me, from the live game.
Yeah.
All
Sorry.
right. Yes. So just to wrap this up. So
Yeah. We gotta wrap it up. Sorry. I'm excited.
all right.
Come on.
The point is that
2-0. Oh, he missed!
No. He's lying.
It was the worst miss you'll ever see. I
No
can't
way.
believe I just watched that. I
No
can't
way.
believe I just watched that.
Oh, don't lie.
How did he miss? No.
Yeah.
How did he miss that?
Who was it, Mo?
Mo, I don't know how he missed that.
boy,
Pressure.
Mo did a Mbappe. Yeah?
No. Mbappe's one was a terrible penalty. But Mo's one, if it was on target, it would
Yeah.
have went in.
Oh, he did. He missed completely.
Yeah.
He tried to get it to Tekers.
Oh my gosh, my man got subbed off. I'm telling you.
Oh,
Sorry.
did he get subbed off?
He got subbed off. Mendy got subbed off. Straight. Not even the penalty, and he's gone.
Oh man.
And look, he went the right way. Oh man, Mo Salah.
Like, I thought it was a goal. That's why I initially said goal, because it was.
Yeah,
And then it
everybody
just went
thought
to
it
the
was.
side.
Who's that guy that looks like Mo? Flipping out. Some guy in the crowd. It's got to be his brother or something. Has Mo got a brother? Bo Salah. Mo Salah. Mo Salah. Mo. Sorry.
That's what his missus might say.
So I can't. We cannot confirm or deny that Mo Salah has a brother called Bro Salah, Mo Salah. But to move on, swiftly.
Bro Salah. The man they call bro.
Yeah.
To move on swiftly, all right. To wrap this up, you know, they have had. We've looked at him, and it's very early to see, but we can see that he's made some changes, and his mentality is very different.
Yeah.
So maybe he will be the difference that they need.
I think so.
And to close on that, the same difference that Amarin Anarim was doing at Sporting Lisbon. They were flying. They were playing good, attractive football. Same thing that Ten Hag was doing at Ajax. But anyway, I digress.
Tiny takes the mic. Tiny said he missed because they didn't offer him a new contract.
And that takes us straight into our next topic.
Talking about new contracts. Someone recently got a new contract, and his name was Pep Guardiola, and Man City, 6 games, no win. Now,
I'm dyslexic.
see, it's
man's less dyslexic. Pause. That sounds mad. Sorry. Let change.
Can we edit that part out? Because what the hell was that? What was that? So anyway, yeah, we 6 games in a row, right? It's unheard of. 5 games is the first time in Pep Guardiola's career he's ever lost 5 games in a row, his whole career, right?
Yeah.
Which is a very significant thing. And we talked about the importance of Rodri previously. And now it feels like in those games, those tough moments, you need those players, and they've missed them. To make it more difficult, obviously Kovacic was missing from a game. Gundogan looks like he's not quite the old Gundo that we know.
Yeah, I thought he was going to come back and kill it.
Yeah, but you know what? You have to understand a point that, sorry to cut you, that Pep made was that Gundogan is an attacking midfielder, and to then be shipped into defensive midfielder in the Premier League right now it's not the same. So you got you can't take it away from him. He came back to do a totally different job. Number 8 is his role, or number 10.
Yeah.
I think it's right. So at the moment, that's his role. But when Kovacic was fit, it might not be necessarily his role. And the thing is, it's like either way, there are too many players for Man City, personally, that are just not showing up. Now, Triv,
collectively, it's mad.
What's your thoughts?
Sorry, regarding what's going on with City?
Yeah. 6 games in a row. What is really going wrong? What do you think it is?
5 defeats, 1 draw.
I'm kind of confused because I don't think that what it is I don't think that just because they don't have Rodri that they just fall apart like that. I don't think, because then is it based on Pep's football? I would have thought that, you know, Pep would have been able to look at what the situation is. They've got play. Remember, they've always had an amazing squad. They've been known for that. So there has to be something. Me personally, I can't get my head around the reason why, but they are extremely boring. Haaland's not scoring. He's I think that also the fact that they can't lean on De Bruyne because he hasn't been playing. He's only just come back from injury and stuff like that as well, and he's old. I think there's a lot of. I think collective. I think what it looks like is what happened to Liverpool when Fabinho, when Hendo, when everyone's legs started to go and all of that stuff. I think that everything's starting to take toll on the team all at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
2-0.
I think that's what it is personally. What?
2-0.
No,
That was a great
don't
finish.
lie. Oh, bro,
Why
you're
am
killing me. I
I
can't
lying?
even.
Bro, it was a
Wait.
corner. Gakpo scored. Blow. Blow. Easy. That's why I said 2-0 before you even hit the ball. It
Oh,
was
can't we
simple.
play
It was
City
like
today?
computer. It was
Can't we
like
play City
computer.
today?
It don't matter. Your confidence is high. Your confidence is high. That was simple.
Oh, this should have been the final.
Yeah.
But
That
then,
was
to be
simple.
fair, no Vinny. So we can't even go on like
Oh,
celebrity.
no, is it offside? I don't know. I don't think so. Yeah, that was a
From a
simple.
corner.
Like no one was
What
around him.
goal?
It was
What
easy.
goal?
It was easy.
What goal? I need to watch this again.
All
Today's
right.
been mad.
Back to the matter at hand.
Yeah,
So,
but yeah, that was my thought. So I think they've all their batteries are wearing thin. The Energizer Bunny done.
what do you think, Renz?
To tell you the honest to God truth, I don't know. You made a point where you
It's
said you
hard,
don't
isn't
think
it?
it's just robbery. It's just robbery, and I get what you're saying. But if I was to ask you, if Liverpool was to have, who's Liverpool's key player that you think that there's oils the like machine, like, because before I remember, like when Henderson was out, you guys, well, a lot of critics was saying that he makes Liverpool work and so forth, and we've recently
He was
seen
the win rate was like 66 with him in the team. It was very, very high.
we've seen Odegaard recently for Arsenal be out, and Arsenal's football, the performance,
Yeah.
The performances weren't as good as we've seen in recent times, and the play and the end results weren't as good without Odegaard as they have been as he's come back to the team. So maybe Rodri is a key factor. You never know. But as I agree with you, and other players like, for instance, Phil Foden,
Not stepping up.
he was the best player in the Premier last season, according to whoever decided to give him that award.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure if he's got a goal this season. I know maybe he's not. And do you know what? If you're the best player,
Yeah.
if you're on the bench, that's down to you. Like, I'm not even going to say, well, he ain't really been playing, he ain't had the opportunity. But if you were the best player, why ain't you playing? You got to ask yourself that. So, yeah, Man City.
My man's been spirits.
I'm not going to lie, yeah. I'm just a bit.
It's Agra, Bagra, Shaba. Man, I see man started to do all of this. I was like, I think I know that spell.
I'm just a bit disappointed
Yeah.
that Man City didn't do this last season or the season before, in all honesty. Like, they just chose this season to do it. Like, it's a bit disappointing. You get me? Like, if they had one or two of these results last season, you get me? Tottenham, I want to call some words and I just caught myself. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Why couldn't Tottenham play half of this performance last season? Why couldn't they just play half of it? Do you get what I mean? Like, yeah.
Well, put it like this, right? To back up that point, I think with Man City, the problem with Man City, and I think they've struggled but managed to do in the last 3-4 seasons, is that the levels are creeping up higher and higher. So everyone is getting better. So whether it's Liverpool, it's Arsenal, right? Whether it's some other team that makes their life difficult, everyone's getting better. So the margins are shrinking. All right. So where they were killing it, their best players were in their best form. But when you look at the stats, right?
Yeah.
Other than Haaland, right? Other than Haaland, they have very, very little, right? And what I mean by that is Savinho this season has got 0 goals.
Yeah, you're glitchy.
Yeah, the sun's glitchy.
But it's only the Renz is moving good, but your thing is a bit clippity.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you turn off your broadband, bro.
Yeah, I got a BT broadband.
Yeah, you need to get.
Can you top it up? Are you able to top it up?
Listen, I'm nicking it from my neighbor. So anyway,
Oh,
right?
that's fair.
So I'm joking. So anyway, Savio has got 0 goals in all competitions this season. 0.
Yeah.
And 3 assists. Right? Now, and I think he got 2 of them in one game. So
Wow.
right? And then you've got Jeremy Doku, right? Jeremy Doku
Yeah.
has 1 goal and 1 assist.
Yeah.
Right? 2 goals in all competitions. Right? Jack
It's not
Grealish
acceptable.
has 3. Jack Grealish, right, has
Yeah.
0 goals this season and 2 assists in all competitions. Phil Foden
Unbelievable.
had 0 goals in the Prem and
0.
1 assist.
Who's
0
that?
goals in the Prem. The best guy in the
Phil
Premier League,
Foden in
right?
that.
The best you in the Premier League, right? 0 goals and 1 assist, and then 3 in the
That's
Champions League, and 1
impossible.
assist, right? So
Yeah.
where you have moments where we also have to remember that Haaland has had a period where he hasn't scored as many in the Prem, right? Ever
He's got
since that,
what? He's got 13 or something.
to be humble, right?
Yeah.
Hey, be humble, right? Ever since that infamous quote in the Premier League, he's had a dire run of not scoring.
Excuse me.
So if it's not coming from Haaland, right? Pause. Then where is it going to come from? Because this is where, like, you're looking for your top players to show up in those moments,
Step
and
up.
it's not stepped up, right? And I think that the problem that Pep Guardiola has is he's used to these players stepping up. If this person doesn't step up, that person does. If this person doesn't, that person does. But when no one
Yeah.
steps, right, the formation and the way that they play means that actually, like, teams can set themselves up. They can kind of plan and set up because they played essentially the same way the whole time he's been here, right?
Yeah.
Just with different personnel. So now people are better prepared. And I think as well, when you look at the defense and how important the defense is to a defensive to an attacking structure, because your defense is your base, and then you build on that.
Definitely. Yeah.
It means that actually their centre backs have been changing. Ruben Diaz, John Stones, Akanji, Ake, they've all been changing, and then their right back has changed because remember, Rico Lewis started like the first few games.
Yeah.
Things come back. Rico Lewis has stepped into midfield. He's not as experienced. And then we look at a couple of the games. Edison's had terrible couple of games. You can't build on that. Like, you can have Rodri to save you in certain times, but you can't build on that. And I think that's some of it is unfortunate, and some of it is just people not showing up. Is not showing up. So that's what I would say. Personally, I think the problem that Man City have is their next game. Their next game is
Liverpool.
is Liverpool, and it's not do or die, but it's Liverpool, and Liverpool, I think, are better equipped to survive. If they win, they'll be 11 points clear, won't they?
Yeah.
Season done.
So I just think that
I don't think season done, but I do think at some point there'll be a blip. At some point, I don't know if we'll be fortunate to go, as long as we, as long as the whole season without. Jaja
Yeah,
City,
that little tap
Jaja
back in
Town.
it. Yeah, it was cold. It was cold.
Jaja
It was
City,
cold.
Jaja Town. But yeah, so. Yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen with City, but at the end of the day, we'll see what happens on the weekend. Good luck to them, innit?
Yeah, for real. Good luck to City.
I
God
think
bless them.
but that kind of goes into the next point, right?
Yeah.
So for us, Liverpool are that team that at the moment they're atop of the league. All right, at the moment they're conceding very few. At the moment they are free scoring,
Yeah.
and they look like like a good outfit. Last season, even though they were scoring goals, they were conceding quite a lot. But this
Definitely.
season feels different. Now,
I,
as a Liverpool, all
yeah.
right, we can talk about Salah, which we will. But what feels different for you?
Me personally, I think what is different, I think, is the fact that Kanate can play more than 2 games in a row. There was a time when he was only playing 2 games, would get injured, miss 2 games, come back, and then we'd have someone in. Either we'd get Gomez to come in, fill in, or we'd have another player coming. And that wasn't because then we could look at Arsenal and see that Arsenal had Gabriel and Saliba and were absolutely killing it, and you can see it was very evident to see that that partnership was what was doing so well for you guys throughout the whole of the season. You get me? Um, with saying that though, I'm looking back and I'm thinking to myself, even though we were switching the back of the spine so often, how we stayed up for that long pause was a bit confusing. I was a bit confused about how that actually worked. But yeah, I think we could have probably done a lot better if we were able to just keep that partnership together. And yeah, I just think as well that the timing of Klopp's decisioning as well, deciding to do all of that was just everything just was up in the air. It was difficult, I think personally. Um, so yeah, but the difference this season is controlled football. They look like everybody looks like they're having a wicked time. Everybody looks like they're playing for each other. Everybody, you can see the solidarity. You can see that they're willing to break their neck for each other. Mo's playing some football, even if he goes quiet. You're not like grumbling, umbling, like what, Mo man, boo, oh yeah, what man, Even with him being controversial, with just the other day, no one cares. the, the whole team and Slot still got his back, regardless. You get me? So, but been some of the players that weren't playing as good. Um, Gravenberch has become defensive midfield general. Gakpo's been putting in a shift. Diaz started well. There's all of our players are doing what they got to do. Look, Trent came out, and then Connor came and kicked Mbappe in his face. You get what I'm saying? So I'm good with the team right now, and I think that's what's different. Everybody's going for it, and that's what I needed to see. And long may it last. I hope it continues throughout the season. Sorry,
Nice.
that was long-winded, but I'm
It's fine. It's
preoccupied.
fine. Like he was passionate. You deserve it. So on the Salah point, how
Yes.
important is Salah to your team, and do you give him what he wants, or do you decide to say it's time to say goodbye?
The issue with Salah is that Salah. Well, I was gonna say in the Madness group. Shout out to the Madness man, them brothers, them. But yeah. So what I was gonna say, because Carl asked something, but I was gonna say that I don't. There's only one thing that I think Salah wants now, that he's happy playing the football that he is, and I think that Salah wants to go for. He wants a contract long enough to go for Shearer. The only thing I think he wants. I think he's got that type of ego. I think that's the only thing that he wants, is to get maybe about 4 season exactly. That's what I think. That's just because remember, at 32, like Salah's. All right? Let's ask this question: do you think that Salah's still going to be able to play at his best at 36?
No,
But you
Are we
don't
saying
need him
no?
for 36. But like,
at his
if you,
best. I don't think
he's not
All
going
right,
to
Ronaldo
play.
was
all
what he
right. Is he
was
still
from
going to be able to
34 to
score?
36.
All right. Is Salah
Yeah,
going to be able to score 20 goals? Just 20 at
It
36?
depends if he's
yeah.
able. No, no,
I
no.
think so.
At
I don't think.
36. Go on.
I don't think so. Well, not that I don't think so. If he's able to adapt his game, Like when I look at Lewandowski, he's an out and out striker. He knows what
Yeah,
to do like that. When I look at Salah, he
yeah.
is a winger. He thrives on playing that position up at 32. So I don't see him doing that in 4 years. He would
Have
have
you
to
seen it?
adapt
Has
his
he
game
lost any
to.
pace? Oh, has he lost a
Sorry,
yard at
I don't think
32?
so. I don't think so. But I think you're asking me for four
That's one
years
of the
in
things.
advance.
So,
So,
sorry, I'll let you
so
go on.
listen, hear what? Just let me say the thing. Do you get what I'm saying? I just don't feel that in 4 years that it will be the same for that position. I just don't think for that position it will be the same.
Okay,
So
cool.
unless he doesn't adapt to be a number 10 or their number 9, I don't see it.
I think
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
I think the thing is it depends the way the team plays, because we'll use an example, right? Now, when Messi went to PSG, he had a season of 14 assists in all competitions, and I think he got double figures in goals, right? Um, Now he played in essentially the same position, and he is not as fast as he used to be, but he's still very sharp. But he relies on the team to do some of the legwork that he
Yeah,
used
yeah,
to do.
yeah. Around him. Yeah.
So if the team can compensate, can do some of that, then I think personally, Salah's got another 2, 3 years of high level goals that he can
At
score.
Liverpool, or do
I
you think
definitely
he would
say
have to
two.
leave?
I
I'd
don't
say
think he
two
has
years
to leave.
max.
I think as long as you play like normally, what happens is a top manager will play to the strengths of your best players, right? So you'll say, okay, he's slowing down. I'll change the formation slightly to give him less defensive responsibility, right? And it means that, you know what, he can be sharp over 20 yards instead of 40 yards.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean? He doesn't
Yeah,
need to have to like be doing counter attacks on the edge of the box, because actually he can't do that running. We can do it where he's further off from, at counter attacks. He starts as the pivot.
yeah.
He's at the top, and then he does his running from a bit different place. I believe he can, and I believe that there is he's got that quality. But the question was, do you want him to stay?
Do I want him to stay? Yes.
Right? Are you going to give him that new contract?
Ah! Oh, sorry. That was tight. Queef again. But yeah, I do. I do want him to stay, and I think when I last season, I wasn't sure. I didn't care if he stayed or not because you could see that his face was long, sour. Just you know what I mean. He just didn't have that thing. This season, you can see it, and even just by his behavior and stuff like that. And there's almost a level of desperation from Salah to want to stay at Liverpool now. There's something you can feel. Like I never thought I'd see Mo Salah doing an interview like that because he's quite, he's quite private and he whatever. But it's almost like he was like, well, I am disappointed, and this is what I want, and that's what made me think, rare. You want to stay, but your thing now. I don't think it's the money. I don't think what he wants is the money. It's got nothing to do with the money. Because if it was the money, where would he go? He won't be in the Prem.
But
Because
why?
remember, they threw 200. They threw 200 million in the season before last. So if it was money, he didn't need to stay. When what's it
But
called?
he's not going to
When
force that.
everybody kicked.
He's not going to force that
Say that
out.
again, my brother.
He respects Liverpool so much. He's not going to push that. And if they don't want to sanction the move, he won't do it. You're right. It's not about the money. Yes, it's a life-changing money, even for him. But he's not saying, "Oh, no, I'm going to go chase that money." He's saying, "Like, I'll go if you want me to." And at the
Yeah,
moment, you're not saying, "I want you to stay," because you haven't put anything on the table. So that's where it's a bit weird for him. Because realistically, Mo Salah is arguably the
yeah,
best right winger in the
right.
world.
In the
Right?
world. Yeah,
You've got
agreed.
the best right winger in the world, still firing. Right?
Yeah.
Why are you not sorting this out?
They
What's the
do not want to give him so basically what I think it is it's marketing. The word, the way it's expressed when he said that there wasn't a contract handed or offered. What I'm looking at is instead of it being that there hasn't, because yes, they have. There, it's clear that there's been discussions, but what it is that what they want, what Mo and Liverpool want to talk about, they're not meeting. And I think that thing is the duration of the contract, not the money. I think it's the duration, which is what he is saying, that something hasn't been offered. That's what I think hasn't been offered, because he wants to stay long enough to be. Mo's all about wanting to get more goals and being able to say, look, this is in my mind. I'm saying he wants to do the Shearer thing. He wants to get as far up that table, because who else can do it right now apart from Haaland? And Haaland ain't staying. I'll tell you that. Haaland won't stay at City. Haaland doesn't want to. Haaland can't. I swear his dad mentioned that it was probably
Haaland's
about
gonna go
2-3 seasons
Barca.
before he cuts.
Haaland's gonna go Barca. When Barca
Thank
get
you.
rid of
He's not staying.
Lewandowski, like, yeah, I don't know, but
So,
yeah,
but does that make sense? The reason why he would want to stay. He's been at Liverpool for that long. He's got that many goals. If he leaves, he's in the middle. He wants to be that person that was the top Premiership striker whilst we eat.
Hmm.
That's you get what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I think
and to kind of wrap up this point as well, I agree to an extent. I think like he wants to stay. He's not forcing a move.
he
But
doesn't
it's
want to go.
kind of it's interesting that this is happening, especially because you've got three players in a similar position, right? Three players in a similar position where the contract is running out at the end of the month, at the end of the season, should I say?
Yeah,
And it just hasn't. Nothing has been sorted. Like your three, and arguably they are your three best players, right? Arguably,
yeah.
other than maybe Allison, right? But he's coming towards
Allison
from
goes at the end of the season. Allison's gone.
exactly right. But that in itself is
Yeah.
that a worry?
No, not one bit. Because all three want to stay. So I'm not worried about it. If it works out, that's fine. But we've had players that we wanted to stay that didn't want to stay. And then what happened? We got better players. We're
Yeah,
fortunate enough to go on.
but I'm talking about Van Dijk, Salah, and Trent, and in their positions, they are some of the best in the world, bar none. Like
Yeah,
losing
I
those kind
agree.
of
But we
players.
just I agree, but we just on the right side, we didn't have Trent. We had Conor Bradley, who came in and played against arguably one of the best sides in the world and done the job against arguably the best left winger in the world, apart from Vinny. So I
Okay,
think I think we're all right. And then you got to remember,
but
we've got
how many
I think it's a
times?
lot.
How many
how many
times?
times? What's the
That's what
question? How many
I'm
times?
saying.
What?
That player has done it
Yeah.
against, in on the odd occasion, he's done really well. But you're arguably going to lose someone who's done it many times.
Possible. Yeah, I don't think I'm not worried about it, because
Fair
the
enough.
player that will be taking over is better defensively, and we've got a working team. We're not. The team are workers, bro. I don't feel like there's any worry when it comes to if we don't have the creativity of Trent coming from right back. He's world class. I think Trent's amazing, but in my heart, and to save all the palpitations, I'd rather have Conor Bradley in there if we don't have him. If he stays, great. But if we don't, I'll take that defensive, another worker, understanding the system, putting the work in, and giving us what we want. He's exciting as well. He's probably going to learn a couple of bits because he's been in and around Trent for years now. I think we're good. I'm not worried about that. Van Dijk, he ain't gonna go. He's the captain. He's gonna work some. They'll work something out. He ain't going. Salah wants to stay. All three players want to stay. I think okay, let's look at this. January. Talk about in January. Because that's when they can start talking to other people.
Yeah, I mean, official negotiations can't happen, but conversations and like pleasantries have definitely happened before that. Like the thing is, you don't just show up in January and say, "Hey, I was thinking about you. Let's
Yeah,
you." The conversations have kind of been like, "Yeah,
yeah.
so you want to play with these, man? I know you want to play with them, man. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's how it's gonna be. Because the thing is ultimately, and we'll move on now.
No, no, no. I want to know you lot's thoughts on it before we skip on the car. I think it's important to find out. I think it's like from you guys seeing it from the outside. I don't know what that is.
Well, for me, I think that they're all going to stay, especially the way Liverpool are playing now. I think they're all going to
Why
stay.
would you want to cut after you just done that? After this one particularly, which we didn't have to win. We did not have to win this, and if we didn't win this, because obviously I was thinking to myself, "Right, I'm on the show. I'm going to feel extremely vulnerable," but at the same time, the team stood up and done their thing. So no t-shirt for me. You get me? But the ones there, brother, it would have hurt.
Yeah,
I would have pretended that it didn't, and I would have tried my best to just. You get what I'm saying? But at
Man
the
said
same
it
time,
don't count. It don't count because we're top of the table. The t-shirt don't count because we're top of the table.
I don't know about that. I don't feel like that. I think about I don't want to lose. So yeah. So, but at some point, it's got to happen. You get me? So when that day happens, just know that even if I look like I'm not hurting, I'm hurting.
right.
But yeah, but if Renz believes that all three will stay, the probability is two will. I think two. I think definitely two. But yeah, three would be ideal. I can't see three staying.
So,
What do you,
so
what do you think, JL?
personally, I believe that you won't. Not all three will stay. I think Van Dijk's most likely to stay. I think Trent's most likely to go.
Yeah,
Because I feel they'll feel like Trent is replaceable to an extent.
he is.
Like what 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 he does like is irreplaceable. But if you're saying actually, can you find a shored up right back that can do a job and can give
Just a
more
job.
freedom to Mo Salah, then yeah, there are multiple right backs that can help out in that aspect. If we're talking about set piece delivery and decisive moments and stuff like that, no, that's
Yeah,
not
those
really
magic moments where you didn't. Yeah,
yeah, it's not.
Trent's got that in abundance. But sorry,
Yeah,
I'll let you land. Apologies.
but I would say that I think generally you Liverpool are going to be in a transition. I think Man City are in that transition phase now. And I spoke about this. But what the good thing is that everyone that you kept was in good form. And I
Yeah,
said, I remember when everyone was 30, and I was like, the thing that Liverpool have is their best players are about 30 now. And they either continue in that vein or they fall off. So, and they continued in the vein, so that's what kept them where they are. But now you have decisions to make. Do you want to give, 3-year, 4-year contracts to people that could kind of start falling off when they hit
dipping.
their
Yeah,
30th? And how do you prepare for the next
in club.
era?
Yeah,
Um, but I think in closing, I think that if you have a successful season, they won't, they probably won't go. Or I think someone like Trent might think my next step is to do Real Madrid and say I've done it.
done it all.
But
Done it all.
yeah,
Yeah.
to say I've done it.
Okay.
But on to the next point.
I'm in.
So we're going to the winners and losers.
Yeah,
Um,
we took out the other one.
okay, cool. So the winners and losers of the week. Who would you say are the winners and the losers of the week? We'll start with you, Renz.
I'd say for the winners of the week are definitely Liverpool. Definitely Liverpool. Their performances, their results, it's just all coming together for them. They've got room to in both competitions, both top competitions. They've got room to maneuver, as in like they can just lose games, which they wouldn't want to, obviously. But they can have mistakes. So yeah, for me, Liverpool are the biggest winners, especially with a performance like that against Real Madrid today. Other than the Mo Salah penalty, it was a great performance by Liverpool. They done
Mm-hmm.
really really well, and they was resilient on the weekend as well to get that victory as well. So they're showing a lot of character. I really got a lot of respect for this new manager as well. Like tying into our first topic where we spoke about Anarim, we got to give Slot some major respect because I think he's only lost one game, if I'm correct. Like, and the
Mm.
rest have been wins. If correct me if I'm wrong. So there's massive respect to him and what he's done without spending any money. So yeah, big up to Liverpool there. The losers of this week. Who's the losers of this week? It would be. I'm not gonna like. I feel a bit bad saying this, but I was really disappointed with Fulham and getting slapped like that by Wolves.
Mm.
So yeah, so unfortunately for Fulham, they're my losers of this week because that was really disappointing for the bright start from Iwobi. So yeah, that is my winners and losers for this week.
Okay, Trim
Wow.
from Lini.
Yeah, I have to shout out my team for a great performance today. Even though Mo almost shagged with the penalty miss, but a solid performance against a good European side. Historically one of the best. Well, historically the best. But yeah, at the moment they're obviously having their blips and stuff, but that's not what it's about. It's about the winners, which is Liverpool FC. So I'm very happy about that. You never walk alone. Um, and as far as the actual, hey, but as far as the losers, even though they didn't lose their last Champions League game, but yeah, in the league they're on some pop in it. Like, and I just don't understand how they can. They've lost three on the bounce in the league. So for me, it's got to be Man City. They're losers, and yeah, they could hold one still, big fat one. Pause.
Okay.
What about yourself, my bro?
So, um, for losers, I was going to say Man City, because for obvious reasons,
Yeah,
the bounce, and they lost a 3-0 lead. Like, that's crazy. Like that's wild. But to replace those losers was keeping it in the vein of Champions League.
yeah.
I'm gonna say Girona.
Okay.
I'm gonna say Girona because they lost again, right? And they're the first Spanish team, I think, to lose their first 4 or 5 Champions League games.
Yeah.
um, they just lost them. They've been slapped basically all games, and
Wow.
it is like it's a really stark position to be. They lost like 2 or 3 key players,
Yeah.
and obviously they just couldn't continue the form that they had in La Liga and bring that into Champions League. They're currently 7th in the Liga as well, so they are not able to kind of maintain that same standard, which a lot of teams struggle with. So I want to be able to say Girona, but a shout out, right, to Southampton. I just want to give them a shout out, all
Yeah.
right, because they're bottom of the Prem and they just keep
They're
struggling.
bottom.
So yeah, they're them. My winners of the week are Arsenal, all right, and
Winners.
the reason the winners, right? My winners of the
That's
week
nice.
are Arsenal. It is very nice.
Yeah,
Um,
sweet.
it, very sweet. Um, and the reason being is that they have turned things around. Like, we did went through a period of no wins, 2 draws, 2 losses,
Yeah.
and we won convincingly at Nottingham Forest, and I was very happy with
Good
the
time.
performance. But
Yeah.
the way that we bopped Sporting Lisbon was crazy. Like, I haven't seen us play that well this week. Like, I haven't seen us say that, not this week, this season. Like the way we played was excellent, and it was brilliant to see that we were creating loads of chances. There was times in the game where like it was like we was just chill, we was relaxed, and I kind of felt like are they allowing
Which
us
that should
to
be.
like? Why is this so easy?
Yeah.
Yeah, the score was convincing, and actually, like we broke records. They haven't lost at
Broke
home.
record. Wow.
They haven't lost in the Champions League at this stage for 2 seasons, I believe, and that's the
Oh,
first game they lost this season. So
good.
yeah, happy with that, and I can say finally, I will call them the winners of the week.
Love it, man. That's dope. That's so dope.
That is it is extremely dope. So I think that is wrapping up the show. It's a very interesting show. We'll call it the watch along episode, where
Definitely.
where things were interrupted by loads of things happening in
Yeah, and the lack of focus from myself. I do apologize, lads.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Apologies for any inappropriate language used during the pod by myself or any of my pod members.
Well, we did disclaim at the beginning that it was we're grown people, and we do hope that the people listening are grown people also. And if you are young people, we want to say, please do not mimic the things that we've been saying. Please stay
Yeah.
in school, and
Don't be like
please,
Trim.
please don't be like Trim, foul
Yeah.
mouth tyrant, right? And whatever you do, try not to say many things that are a plausible offense. So, anyway, on that note, we'd like to say good night.
Good
If
night.
anyone would like to say their personal good nights and goodbyes, go for
I
it now.
I would just like to say, if we could please, if you did enjoy the show or you're currently watching it at the moment, please like, please subscribe, please share and let people know about what we're trying to achieve, what we're trying to do. And yeah, big up to all my peeps and also the members that weren't able to join us today for whatever reasons, whether they were skiving or family situations or whatever, or pretending to work. It's all good.
Pretend to be busy. Yeah, and the network. Not forget the network.
And also, Full Time Network, shout out to Colm and the squad as well. So big up yourself. Thanking you very, very much.
Yeah. And on that note, thank you. Good night. Goodbye. Bless you all. And don't trip on the way out. Take care.
Goodbye, double bass, Nika.
What did you think?